If you guys don't have a Halloween costume yet, don't worry, I've got you covered because these are my predictions for the top Halloween costumes of 2024.
Okay.
But first, I want to hear from you at home, and I want to know if you'll be dressing up this Halloween or if you'll be sitting it out. So make sure to take our poll. Let me know if you'll be doing a solo costume, a couple's costume, or if you're going to be sitting it out. And if you are, don't worry because I might change your mind with some of these ideas.
I can't wait to hear the inspiration.
Let's hear it. Do you need a Halloween costume?
I need a Halloween
Don't
costume.
worry, I got some ideas for you. So one of my predictions for the top Halloween costumes is dressing up as one of our iconic pop girlies of the moment.
That's
We
fun.
have Sabrina Carpenter, we have
Ooh,
Charlie XCX, and we have Olivia Rodrigo, who we just mentioned.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
and these women are all on tour right now, and they have very recognizable outfits from their tour. So these are also very easy to DIY and kind of replicate. And I wanted to include her in this as well, but almost as her own is going to be Chapel Roan. Any Chapel Roan fans among us? Yes.
Wow.
Chapel really embraces drag culture, but she also has so many iconic outfits that it's going to be really easy and fun, even a group costume.
I think that's going to
really
group costume
Yes,
and all
you
of her
can
different
all
looks.
dress up
That's
as
a great
Chapel
You
Roan.
can elevate that too, either way. Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
It's like today's version of the Village People.
People.
Yes,
Chapel Roan's
it really is
characters.
though, and it's so fun
Yeah.
because it's a great way to dress up and get all your girls together. So yeah.
I like group costumes. Those are almost the most fun.
They're
Oh,
the most
don't
fun.
worry, I have some group costumes
Okay,
coming your
cool.
way. But I have to ask first, did you happen to watch the Olympics this year?
Absolutely.
Do you have a guess as to what costume I'm gonna suggest now?
I have a strong guess.
What's your guess, Carolyn?
The breakdancing woman from Australia.
It
maybe?
is the breakdancer from
no
Australia.
way.
This
That
is
might be her Great name. one.
Ray Gunn. I considered
Gunn,
dressing up as
yes.
Ray Gunn. Ray Gunn took the Olympics by storm with her iconic kangaroo breakdancing routine that a lot of people kind of made fun of, but I thought it was pretty iconic.
No.
And you can actually get this full costume on Amazon.
Oh.
So
Oh
you can
my
get a
gosh.
legit Ray Gunn costume
I
if you
have
guys
a feeling she's not getting a piece of that pie, but wow, what a
probably
miss. 'cause
not.
she
But Cami, if
quite
you
made
want
a
to
statement.
prepare a nice breakdancing routine,
I'll work on that.
Okay, maybe. We'll see. Maybe next time. Another great solo costume or group costume is something we've talked about lots here on the show, and that's a Bridgerton
Ooh,
costume.
Yes. We have a whole Bridgerton party too.
Yes, and Bridgerton was not only such
Yes.
a big hit in pop culture this year, but it's also a pretty easy outfit to DIY. You don't have to do the full ball gown. I mean, you can if you want to fully go for it, but you can really just get a nice dress, some gloves, a tiara, and
Yeah, a
tell
tiara.
yourself you're from that legacy period.
Perfect reason to get a tiara.
And put on an accent if you want. I'm always looking for a fun reason to put on an accent. And the last suggestion I have for a solo, or again, a good couple's costume, also was mentioned in pop trivia, was Beetlejuice.
Obsessed.
Yes.
So Beetlejuice came out, so we can expect to see a lot of Beetlejuice costumes because this is another easy DIY-able costume because stripes and green makeup, you can gender bend it very easily. And if you want to do a couple's costume, you can always do Beetlejuice and Lydia as well. So definitely an easy one to emulate and bring some of that pop culture into your costume. Now, for those who might have a special honey on the side or want to dress up with your friend, here are some couples costumes that I think are going to be trending this year as
Okay,
well.
yeah.
Of course, we can expect to see none other than Trump and Kamala costumes.
Okay.
Any type of election year, you are obviously going to see a lot of the political candidates.
years,
I've
yeah.
also seen trending already some zombie Bidens. So if you want to do a trio costume there, these are always fun to do. Now, in this photo you're seeing here, this of course is Michael Che and Colin Jost, but you can make it your own in that way.
Oh, so he's Kamala?
He is. and Michael Che is Trump. So again, it's a very
Oh my
simple
gosh.
way to get
love
that
it.
idea across and
I
have
love
a
it.
fun topical Halloween costume. And on the topic of being topical, one of our most common Halloween costumes that we see every year is the Joker and Harley Quinn. But this
Oh,
year
really?
especially because
Yeah.
the Joker 2
Right.
movie just came out.
Right.
And this one's a fun one to do because any type of clown makeup's good, and anytime you get
easy.
to, it's easy. And whenever you get to dress up like Lady Gaga,
Yeah.
I have
that's a
so
fun
many
one.
movies to watch now.
Yes.
First of all, I didn't know about the Pedro Pascal movie, The Wild
The Wild
The
Robot.
Wild- I've
Wild
never heard of
Robot.
it.
I
Yeah.
haven't heard of that either.
Oh my gosh,
Billboards all over the
I'm
place.
sorry.
I'm with you, sister.
98%,
It
98%
is
on
hard
Rotten
to get high
Tomatoes.
on Rotten Tomatoes,
Yes,
right?
Yeah,
So
I'll
that
check it
says a
out.
lot.
I'll check
Very
it out.
high.
That one, I still haven't seen Beetlejuice, and I also want to see the new Joker.
Yes, and Joker and Beetlejuice are of course wonderful Halloween movies, but also those
Yeah,
are
the
great ones to
inspiration.
get dressed up to go to the movies as well.
Oh.
Because a lot of people love to, ever since the Barbie Oppenheimer vibes of a
that's
couple
so much
years
fun,
ago,
yeah.
it's so much more fun to get dressed up. So
Totally.
you can get double duty out of your Beetlejuice costume and your Joker costume and take it to the theater. But another great and topical, trendy costume I expect to see lots of this year is more of Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. This, of course, is still
Huge.
trending.
That's
but
good.
I also feel like a lot of the men find it really easy to just throw on a football jersey.
And it's really easy for the women
Yeah.
to put on some rhinestones and have that leg out too. So
Exactly. Throw a
can do
little bit
that.
of country into it, but also just a fun, easy Halloween costume. And then another one we can really expect to see this year is Glinda and Elphaba. So even though Wicked won't have come out yet by the time Halloween comes around, we can definitely expect to see a lot of the Good Witch and the Wicked Witch of the West vibes going on with a lot of couples costumes. So I definitely recommend those.
you can never go wrong with a witch costume, no matter what. You just can't
Easy,
go
yeah.
wrong.
And you don't even have to paint your face green. If you have a Glinda next to you, they're going to know you're
You
Elphaba.
can just wake up in the morning and be a witch. Start that way.
I know, story of my life. Story of my life.
Those were fun.
Well, I got a couple more for you.
Okay.
These are the last group costumes.
I need
so I
these
just
group
have a
ones. I love
couple of
those.
suggestions. We also talked about this in a few episodes ago, but Challengers was a big movie this year
yeah.
in tennis. So if you're looking for a trio of friends, grab some tennis rackets and call yourselves the trio from the Challengers. If you have an even bigger group, I recommend doing Inside Out 2 costumes. So that's cute,
really
but this one's also
great.
super
That's
cute
sweet.
for families. I've seen a lot of
love that.
I
families
love that.
pick your emotion, wear the color, emulate it however you want, but any type of Inside Out characters is going to be
Yeah.
super fun. But if you want to go a little bit more superhero, the last group costume I recommend is Deadpool and any of its
I like
variants.
that
You know,
one.
did you see
I wanna
Deadpool?
do that one.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
wanna
I
do
was
that
like,
one.
That's
Yeah,
weird.
if you're not
me.
familiar with the movie, essentially there's a bunch of different multiverse versions of Deadpool. So really you can be any kind of Deadpool that you want. So any type of variant will work. Get your friends together and call it a group costume. But those are going to be the top Halloween costumes that I expect to see this year. So we'll see. I'll keep an eye online and see if it comes true. But hopefully that gave you guys at home some ideas for Halloween
inspired.
costumes for you.
Definitely.
No,
And
that's
for our
really good.
poll, it looks like most people might not be dressing up because the winning poll was sitting it out. But hopefully this
Oh.
gave you some inspiration, and we'll see if we'll go trick-or-treating with you guys later.
I hope there's a change of heart.
I
Yes.
wonder why our audience is sitting out this year.
Cammy, you told me you're sitting it out.
Okay.
She's been inspired and she's going to be
But I'm
Deadpool.
inspired because
That's true.
Deadpool sounds like really a lot of fun.
That's true. See,
you know, and I've got some great ideas for parties, so I might just have a party after all.
And
I mean,
yeah.
I'm just,
There you go.
because this is the time to have fun. I mean, it's going to get cold soon, and we have to have fun.
and I feel like when you find the right costume that you get excited
You're
about,
excited.
that's
Yes.
where it's like, oh, you know, what? Okay, I am dressing
I
it
was on
up.
a plane recently, and I saw Inside Out. And so now that you mentioned that, those are great ideas for your kids and your family. Those
What
are, those
emotion
are fun.
would you
yeah.
be?
Frustrated mom. I don't know. I'm trying to find something different. I don't know. But anything with a pot and pan, I just be like, oh, you kids or whatever. But it's just the colors. I love the colors and the vibrancy. So no matter what, you can't go wrong.
Love that.